Hey everybody, for I guess this would be my 10th official update. So things on the Romanian side of the border have significantly slowed down. Very few Ukrainians are now leaving. In fact, most are going back because Russia has focused more in the east, which is making the west more safe. So after praying about it and just talking with the churches on the Ukrainian side, I am back over in Chernivtsi because really this is where the need is. There are so many volunteers on the Romanian side right now, and their organizations don't let them cross over. And obviously, that's not my case. And so I'm here on this side, and I've been visiting various churches and seeing how much the need actually is. So when you're on the Romanian side, it looks like everything's okay. You come back on the Ukrainian side, and you see that where I'm at right now, they're housing a few hundred refugees. They're feeding the church, one church feeding 500 a day. And then they have smaller churches that are part of the same organization. So the name of the organization is Hands of Mercy. And they've got like one big lead church and then smaller churches in the area. And I've gone around to most of them already and seeing exactly how they're working. I've taken a lot of video footage. I'm not going to upload that right now, but if it's something you would like to see, you can ask me, and then either when I get back or I can send it to you privately. But it's just incredible the work they're doing. They're working day and night. And I really want to say this because I really believe that you guys have given so much. And if I were to not get any more funds for this right now, I would feel like that God's work has been done. That I don't want you to ever feel like I'm begging for more money. Because I feel like you guys have, like I said, have just done so much. But with that said, if you do feel led to give some more, or if you know somebody who wants to give but they don't know who to give to, I can tell you right now that on this side of Ukraine, there's not enough food to feed all the refugees. They have nowhere to go, and there's not enough volunteers. And they actually need more English speaking people. So we're actually working out a way to possibly organize that. As of right now, I'm kind of the middleman. So I am connecting with Americans on the Romanian side to see if I can get them over here to do different work, to actually help teach English. That's one thing that they need. But to also just volunteer to move things. The drivers are working day and night and they're exhausted. The warehouses are filled up in the day and they're empty by night. And these are big warehouses, and it's still not enough food. They still don't have enough money. Um, it's very difficult, but they're full of joy. I mean, you don't see anybody complaining here. You see them working really hard, but they're full of hope and expectation. And I'm going to share a story here. And if you don't want to hear anything about violence, then you might want to turn it off at this point. I'll try not to be too detailed, but I think it's important. So what happens is we get food from what's called the Metro, which is like a big Sam's Club, and also from other organizations that donate food, and we put it in this warehouse. And then from this warehouse, it goes to different places. It either goes to the smaller churches in the city for the refugees, or the refugees can come to the center itself, or it goes into eastern Ukraine, into these very dangerous hotspots. 2 days ago, one of the drivers from this ministry I'm working with right now went there, and he got shot in the head, but he survived, which is absolutely phenomenal. He survived, and so he's in a hospital right now, but they say he's going to live. So barely, I don't know how bad it was, but it is dangerous. But he believes that God has called him to minister to these people and to give them the food that they need. So he's doing that. Second is there was a pastor I was talking to this morning named Alex or Alexander. He's from Eastern Ukraine. He's Russian speaking. And he said that he has a church van and many of his congregation members were in it. They were trying to leave and the Russians shot at it, and he hasn't heard from them. So he has no idea if they're alive or not. And I was sitting with him and two or three other pastors, and then they just started breaking down and crying. I mean, it's just the weight that's on them right now to see this happening. I'll also tell you that there has been a man, I haven't got to meet him yet, but he apparently has gotten to take vans into Mariupol 6 times and has managed to get out every time. He's rescued some people out of there. We got to meet 2 Ukrainian girls who were rescued. And this guy is so brave, and God has just protected him. So please pray for his safety. But it's exciting to see that these men, are representing the gospel and bringing food to the poor, but also sharing the message of Christ to them. And so I just wanted to share that with you because they are working very, very hard. The money that you've given is doing so much more than you can imagine. And so again, if you feel called to give some more, that would be a huge blessing. 100% of it will go to these efforts. But I also know that we can't save every one of them. Jesus said the poor will always be among us. And I mean, even if you were to give me $1 million right now, it still wouldn't solve all the problems. So, just go as God has led you. For those of you that have given or just prayed, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're having a much bigger impact than you realize. So I'll leave you there with that, and I'll update you again soon. Thank you.